what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a clean beauty makeup tutorial. So all of the products that I'm using in this tutorial to create this look are clean beauty products. So they're toxic free, harmful chemical free. I believe they're all vegan and cruelty free. I will double check that before I put it in the title, but I'll let you know in the description box. I'm pretty sure that they all are. I've noticed that a lot of you guys have been requesting this more frequently recently, and I wanted to make sure that when I recommend these products to you guys that I actually took the time to wear these products, that I took the time to incorporate them into an everyday makeup routine and just really get a feel for these products and make sure that I'm recommending you guys things that I actually truly love. And I have found a great group of products. I think you guys are going to love all of the stuff in this tutorial because I think it's all super amazing. I'm gonna share with you guys the best techniques and stuff like that. So I hope you love this look and these products as much as I do. Before we get into it, please be sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, just so you can stay updated whenever I upload new videos. And I would also really love it if you guys would come follow your girl on Instagram too. Other than that, let's just get into the tutorial. I'm gonna start by just prepping the base a bit. So I'm gonna use the Josie Maran Light Argan Oil. This is one of my favorites. It's a lot more of a lightweight version of the original, which is a little bit more heavy. This one's just better for makeup application because it absorbs into the skin a lot more quickly, whereas the other one is more of like a great nighttime product. So to give my skin an all over illumination, I'm gonna use the Ilia Illuminating Stick, and this one is in Cosmic Dancer. The oil underneath just kind of helps the product glide all over the skin a little bit better, and I really like to just apply this all over the face because as you guys can see, it's a really gorgeous soft focus highlight. So you can use this to, highlight high points of the face, but it's gonna be really, really sheer. And I just personally prefer this underneath makeup because I just like how it gives the skin a really beautiful, like radiant, soft highlight. And I really just like blending this one in with my fingers, just really getting it all over the skin. Foundation, I'm gonna be using one of my current favorites right now. This is the Ilia True Skin Serum Foundation. So I love this because it's so lightweight and it's not full coverage. And I think the really great thing about this foundation is that it feels super lightweight on the skin. So I'm gonna do one pump like this, and I'm just going to blend this in with my fingers because I find that's how I get the best coverage. And like I was saying, it's so lightweight that honestly, if you use a brush or a sponge, I just feel like it's not necessary because this blends out like a dream with just your fingers and you get the most perfect application with your hands anyway. So it's kind of an added bonus. You don't even need brushes with this foundation. And you guys, if you try this foundation, I think you will absolutely adore it because it really literally feels like nothing on the skin. It's like you're putting a little bit of moisturizing cream on and you don't feel it for the rest of the day. It's so feather lightweight. It's really such a beautiful formula. But seriously guys, look how beautifully this blended into the skin. It looks like your skin, but better, and it does not feel like you're wearing anything on the skin. I can't emphasize that enough. It is so lightweight. Highly, highly recommend this foundation. I think you guys will love it just as much as I do. For concealer, I'm gonna be using the RMS Uncover Up. In this, I wear the shade 33. Again, guys, I can't emphasize how much I love this concealer. It's so beautiful. I honestly think it's better than the Glossier one because this one sets to the skin. It looks really dewy, but it stays put. So it's absolutely gorgeous. And I just like to kind of tap it right under the eye because I like a little bit of added brightness there. It never looks cakey or creasy, and it just has such amazing coverage, so it's perfect for hiding dark under eye circles and hyperpigmentation, like anything you want to hide. This concealer will completely just make it disappear, and it'll still always look like skin. So it is really just the best concealer I've tried in a while, and it has turned into my everyday concealer. Like, I'm always wearing this now when I wear makeup, because I just think it looks so good and I never feel like anything looks too heavy or mask-like. So I'm here for it. I love this concealer. Lila B makes some really great eyeshadow products in the clean beauty space. And first of all, I love Lila B's packaging because it comes in these little swivels. And then they just close up like this. I love them. I think the packaging is absolutely gorgeous. So this is the Be Alluring quad. So I'm actually gonna mix this brown shade with this light purple shade. Just gonna take the both of those and I'm gonna softly blend this just basically all over the eyelid and up into the crease, just for a little soft wash of color on the eyelid. And that lilac shade just kind of gives the brown like a little bit of a light purple shimmer to it, so it looks really pretty when you mix them together. On a pencil brush, I'm just gonna pick up this kind of like shimmery slate gray purple, and I'm just going to apply this all over the eyelid from the outer corner to the inner corner and just kind of softly blend it up into the crease. And then I'll just kind of blend the edge where the two shades meet, just so there's no harshness. And then on a pencil brush, I'm gonna take some of the Lila Be Aglow Face Mist and I'm just gonna wet an angled brush, kind of shake off the excess, and I'm gonna use this deep eggplant purple shade as an eyeliner. So you just kind of wanna make a little bit of a paste with it. And then we're just gonna lightly apply this to the top lash line, and this is just gonna kind of give you a little bit more definition and just kind of make the top lash line look a lot more full and thick. And then for the lower lash line, I'm just gonna mix these two shades one more time just to kind of create that like soft lilac brown shade, and we're gonna work this on the lower lash line. Just all the way from the outer corner to the inner corner and just lightly kind of like pull it in. Just so we have a little bit of like shadage and definition going on down there. I'm gonna fill in my brows really quick off camera because I don't have a clean brow pencil to recommend, but I do have a clean brow gel to recommend, so I'll be back in a second. So to set my brows, I'm using the Ilia Essential Brow Gel. This one is supposed to be naturally volumizing, and the shade Natural Brown is just a really good match for me. So I'm gonna kind of perk my brows up a bit, just get them set in place. I have two different bronzing products that I wanted to share with you guys. They're both from RMS. I love them both. But the one that you choose is going to be a little bit more dependent on your skin tone or what you're looking for. So this first one is Contour Bronze, which is more of like a deep taupey bronze. It's quite dark. And then Buriti Bronze, which is lighter and much more golden than Contour Bronze. So I'm going to use the both of them so you can see the both of them in action. So I'm just gonna start off with the lighter one first because I am gonna be using a brush to apply them. And honestly, you can use your fingers to apply these, but I just feel like you get so much more control if you actually just pick it up on a brush. So I'm using a little angled brush from Zoeva, and I'm gonna take Buriti Bronze, and I'm gonna use this to really kind of warm up my skin tone and just add some bronze in my life. And you guys can see it's really soft and sheer, but it just adds like the right amount of color to the skin. It really warms up the skin and it just looks super dewy and amazing. So that's why I love it so much, because it's so dewy and beautiful. And I'm gonna add a little bit to the nose just to kind of put a little definition there. So the other shade, Contour Bronze, is much deeper, and I would use this one more as just a contour rather than an all over bronze, unless you have a much more deeper skin tone. So I'm just gonna apply this like strictly to the areas that I kind of wanna chisel out. And when you use a brush, you'll get much more of like an airbrushed soft effect than if you were to kind of use your fingers. I just find that these are a little bit harder to control with your fingers, and I've played around with them. I really love them, but I just think they're best applied with a brush. And when you guys are using these RMS bronzers, you really just want to be like lightly grazing the skin. The products are super emollient, so they don't need a lot of work to get them blended into the skin. So if you're like pushing too hard, you're just going to be wiping the product around and not really actually like applying it and blending it out. So just softly graze the skin with these products, and you'll see that it doesn't take a lot of work to really blend them out and get them to look the way that you want. For blush, I'm gonna use one of my all-time favorites. It's the Ilia Multi-Stick in Cheek to Cheek. It's just the most gorgeous kind of like burnt, muted tangerine, and it's flattering on so many skin tones. And I love it so much year round, but it's so pretty in the spring and summer. So I'm just gonna like lightly pop that on the cheeks straight out of the bullet, and then I'm gonna use that brush I was using for bronzer to just kind of blend it in, and then it kind of just meets the bronzer a little bit easier, and it looks a lot more blended, and they kind of, you know, just become a little bit more harmonious. For highlight, I'm gonna be using another one of my current favorites. This is the RMS Magic Luminizer. This one really kind of snuck its way into my everyday makeup routine because I just think it's such a beautiful color. And again, it's like a really beautiful cream highlight, but this one sets to the skin, so it doesn't budge as much as other cream highlights. I'm very impressed with this one, and I really like the shade. So the way I use this is I'll just kind of warm it up straight out of the pot with my finger, and it's really intense, so you don't need a lot. And I just like lightly apply it to the high points of my face. I always gotta highlight the Cupid's bow. I like to take a little bit down the bridge of the nose. And actually, I think you guys will find with that Ilia foundation, you might need a little bit less highlight because it just makes your skin look so beamed up and glowy. But I just push this Magic Luminizer like right into the skin. I'm gonna take a little bit on the brow bone just so we can add some highlight right under there. I'm gonna put it on the inner corner of the eye just to like kind of open up the eye. So to set the skin, I'm gonna be using the Ilia powder. Mine is in the shade Wakiki Run. This is their Radiant Translucent Powder. Now, as you guys can see, it looks like it has a tint, but on the skin, that really doesn't translate. It's just more so because I have more of a medium skin type. It's just gonna prevent the powder from looking ashy on my skin. So I'm just gonna pick it up on a little brush like this, tap it in the T-zone, kind of where I wanna control the oil on my skin, but I'm not really gonna powder all over. But if you guys did want to kind of set your bronzer, this is a great option. I'll just use the same brush I was using to apply the cream bronzer. And you guys can see, you can really kind of tap it over the cream bronzer, and then that'll just keep that in place longer too. For mascara, I'm gonna be using the Ilia After Midnight Mascara. This is a really great one. It gives you such good length, like really insane length. So I'm just going to wiggle this from the root to the tip of the lash. Also, the brush is amazing. As you guys can see, it's more of like a lash comb. So it really just like combs through your lashes and you don't have to worry about clumpage. I think that's why it looks really good when you build it on top of itself, because it never gets clumpy. It just really lengthens out those lashes and keeps them nice and separated. I'm gonna line my lips. I'm using the Jane Iredale Spice Lip Liner, which is like a perfect Your Lips But Better color. And these are super creamy and long lasting. If you guys are similar in like skin tone and lip color to me naturally, I think you'll really like this shade Spice. And then I'll fill them in. And then just to kind of give the lips a little bit of color and gloss, I'm gonna use the Kopari Lip Glossy, and this one is in the shade Mai Tai, which is a little bit more corally, but it's sheer. So when you put it on top of a nude like this, it just kind of puts a little bit more life into the nude, but it doesn't, you know, completely change the lip color. But I am obsessed with these Kopari Lip Glossies. I have 3 now, 3 different shades because I love them so much. See, it just kind of gave the nude like a little something so it doesn't look so like just plain nude on the lips. All right guys, so this is the finished clean beauty, toxic free, cruelty free makeup tutorial. I noticed that I was getting a handful of comments more frequently from you guys asking me to do this makeup tutorial, so I could tell that it was something that was really important to quite a few of you guys. And the reason it took me a while to get around to this was because I didn't want to just put up a clean beauty makeup tutorial and buy a bunch of products and then just make a look out of them for you guys. I really wanted to like take the time to like use these products and incorporate them into my regular beauty routine so that I could see how they perform and like find the best ways to apply them and really like recommend products in this tutorial to you guys that are based out of my love for them and not just because they're cruelty free and because they're clean. Because clean beauty and, you know, toxic free beauty, like all that stuff, it's the same as anything else in regards to sometimes I love these products, sometimes I don't like them. So when I'm doing a tutorial or recommending stuff to you guys, I really want to make sure that it's stuff that I actually like and recommendations that I think will actually benefit you guys and you'll like them because you like my recommendations. So everything I used in this tutorial I really love, highly recommend. If you guys have any questions regarding any of these products in this tutorial, you can always feel free to hit me up in the comments down below. I will always do my best to get back to you. If there is any other like clean beauty type of tutorial that you guys would like to see, like maybe a more dramatic one, like a smoky eye or something, I don't know. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see next in regards to clean beauty, and please subscribe if you didn't earlier, and come follow me on Instagram. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching this one. Bye guys.